Hello everyone, welcome to Cooking at Home with Nye. Today I will be making chicken bokchoy. You only need simple 8 ingredients. We have boneless chicken thighs, baby bokchoy. I have roasted garlic Hunt's tomato sauce, tomato paste, quarter cup of soy sauce, 3 fresh chili peppers. That's optional. Due to your liking, you can have it more spicier. If you want more spicier, add more. If you want less spicy, you could do 1 chili, or you don't have to put any in. And of course, a whole cloves of garlic, chopped, minced. Garlic is everything to me. It's really good with flavors. I have a tablespoon of salt and a teaspoon of black pepper. Okay, and then I have and also I have 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil warming up. First thing we're going to do, we're going to saute the garlic and the chili peppers. Now on the chili peppers, I have them sliced in halves. Cut them any way you want. The baby bokchoy as well, you cut the stems off and then you cut the leaves in halves. You can actually cut it to the size of your liking. If you want it bigger or smaller, I did it to this size because when you start cooking it, when it gets soft, it tends to shrink a bit. So I leave them at this size. Now, the boneless chicken thighs, I used 2 pounds and I thinly sliced them. And I also have 5 cups of rice cooking in the rice cooker. People usually measure it to the water to the first line of the finger, but I always do. Depends on how many people you're feeding. I usually do 4 cups of rice or 4 cups of water. Today I'm doing 5 cups of rice with 5 cups of water. Okay, as you can see, the oil is hot now. It's ready for me to throw my minced garlic. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna turn down the heat to medium high. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to saute the minced garlic. Remember, it's a whole clove of garlic. Use the whole clove. Put that on medium high. Go ahead and throw in the fresh chili peppers. Look at the garlic's already getting golden brown. Smells really good in here. I'm gonna turn on the vent so the aroma smells so good. This dish, I'm making it. Everyone's been requesting it. It's actually really good. In the end of the video, you guys go back and watch it. Follow the ingredients. If you guys do end up making it, please comment, share what you think, what your thoughts are on the dish. Any feedback would be great. Now I'm going to go ahead and put in the chicken. That way the grease won't splash. Like I say, I like to leave the fat on my my boneless thighs. It's optional. You can take off the fat, but I like how the fat brings out the flavor. Excuse me. And also on the chicken, it's also optional. If you like using boneless breast, you're more than welcome to use boneless breast. Like I said, with boneless thighs, they're more tender and the juicier and brings out more flavor. Okay, now I have the chicken cooking. I'm gonna add my tablespoon of salt. It's gonna go everywhere. And then teaspoon of black pepper. I'm gonna mix the chicken up, and then I'm gonna finish adding the rest of the salt. Finishing up on the salt. Now don't worry about the salt. It might look like it's too much, but you're not done with the ingredients yet. So there's other stuff that you're gonna add to it. So all that salt will dissolve at the end. Now I'm gonna pause the video until the meat is done cooking, and I'll get right back. Alright, now that the chicken is almost done cooking, the next step we're gonna do, we're gonna add tomato paste. So I'm gonna get me a can of Hunt's tomato paste. I also left out ingredients, so it's a total of 9 ingredients. Well, the last one was actually water. 2 cups of water, because in the end we're gonna add the water, the agua. Agua? Yeah. There we go. Let's get that situated. Get that mixed in there. Alright, now that we have the tomato paste in, we're going to add tomato sauce. So on the tomato sauce, you can get the regular plain tomato sauce, but I always like to use the roasted garlic flavor. It actually makes the flavor pop, so that's the best one that I always get. But it's optional. You can always get the original one with no flavor. Well, when I said the water was actually the last step, it's actually not the last step. We're going to add the 2 cups of water right now after the tomato sauce and the tomato paste. Just want to cover all the chicken with the sauces real quick. Let that go down. Okay, now that the sauces looks like it's thickening up, that's when we're going to add the water. There's 2 cups of water. Alright. Now because it's still a little thick, I'm just going to add I'm going to add 1 more cup of water. So we take that as 3 cups of water. Looking better. Okay, now I'm gonna pause the video while I let the sauce soak up the meat and wait till it boils up. Okay, now before I actually let it boil, I'm gonna throw in my baby bokchoy. It's up to your liking how much bokchoy you want to put in. I actually bought 5 pounds of bokchoy, but I didn't need that much. But it's always good to have extras, just in case I want to make something with it another day or tomorrow or something. But I'm just gonna push these down just a little bit, and now I will be adding more bokchoy into it. Now, like I said, the bokchoy is to your liking. If you're not a big fan of bokchoy, you could get a little bit, put it like maybe by a pound. Slice it up real small. But like I said, the leaves will eventually shrink after it's been cooked. It smells really, really good. After I throw in the bokchoy is when I add the soy sauce. And after I add the soy sauce, I'm just gonna let it come up to a boil. Once when it comes up to a boil, and then you see your bokchoy is soft, it's ready. Yeah, that means that your dish is done. It's ready to be pulled out. Here we go, 1/4 cup of soy sauce. And it's to your liking on that taste on your soy sauce. So if you feel like you need to add more soy sauce, you can. If you want to add less soy sauce, you also can. Now I'm gonna pause the video until we are done with the broth boiling, and then I'll get back to you guys. Thank you. Okay, now as you can see, it's starting to bubble. It's starting to boil, but the bok choy is not as soft yet. The leaves are soft, but not the bottom. The bottom's still kind of hard. So when that gets a little softer, then that's when you know it's done. So I would give it about maybe 5 more minutes. We're just gonna let it soak in there. Let it steam, boil it, and it should be done within 5 minutes. Now the waiting game. Gonna sit there, enjoy that smell, the aroma. Be back in 5. Okay, so now it came to the consistency of the texture of my bok choy. I actually like the texture of it, so to me this is done and ready to go. Let's give it a taste. Oh, so good. Yes. Now the chicken bok choy is done and ready to go.